Hello, good morning. Happy Monday. Um, so I'm doing an impromptu session today. I know last week I said that I'll be on Tuesday, which is tomorrow, which is still true. But I also wanted to do like a little bit this morning also. And that is because yesterday, Ian and EJ over at Coding with Fire. Um, Actually, I think they've been streaming at ENJ a lot. Um, but they did a stream last night where they were gathering election data, and like EJ was putting it into dataset, which from my understanding is like importing CSV into a SQLite database, and he made it super easy to query, which I think is really exciting because then that means like we can now all kind of like query the election data that he's uploaded into that database from observable, and then that way like I don't have to be loading in like 20-30 megabyte election data like from Google Sheets or something. And then at the same time, Ian was like visualizing all of that data on like a county level. So they were like working with each other, and it was very exciting. And I was like, oh, I want to play with this data too. And not only play with the data, but also because the county level data that Ian was working with EJ was very much the like kind of demographics data and election data that I've been needing as kind of like the next step in the exploration and analysis. So it's basically unblocks me from like my next step, which is really exciting. And yeah, hi, hello, near this. Thanks for tuning in from New Zealand. My understanding is that it's super early over there right now because I think my afternoon is your morning, isn't it? But yeah, it was such a good stream. It was like I don't know, I was very excited watching it. And hello to Ian, thanks for tuning in today. Yeah, so give me like some time for my brain to start functioning. My brain's just not good in the mornings, but yeah, let me just drink a little bit more coffee before we get fully started. And today I got something much easier to eat than castera, which is grapes. So, and that's gonna, because I still haven't had breakfast. So that's gonna be my breakfast. Yeah, so, oh my God. Oh, wow. So Hello Near This says it's 6:30 a.m. and 6:38 a.m. in New Zealand. That is so early. Yeah, because I usually don't get to catch you, and I'm really sad that this new time, like I don't get to catch you anymore. Because yeah, um, it's like optimal for the like Americas and Europe this time, but like not optimal for anyone else. But wow, I didn't know that it's New Zealand's election this morning. I also have like a grape on the side of the mouth. Hello to Data Ninja Fi. Fi? Ninja Fi? Ninja Fi? Hello. Um, Welcome to the chat. My favorite dataviz book. So I don't read, like I don't learn from books as much. I think mostly because books remind me of textbooks. Like nonfiction books remind me of textbooks, which remind me of college, which yeah. Um and then I just like fall asleep. So I don't read that many books. I usually like online resources, but the few that I've read, literally like the few, I think I appreciated Alberto Cairo's the functional art the most. Um, literally so few. I have not read like I have read so few like to completion, but I liked Alberto's because um I thought it was super practical. So I feel like there's a lot of dataviz books out there that are quite theoretical, but I really liked how like practical Alberto's was and like how I could kind of like I really liked how he went into the design of visualizations. And that for me was really helpful as someone with a like software background that was trying to like learn the design side of things. So that's probably my personal favorite, but like I think, like all of the visualization books out there, like they definitely, they like fit, like they're definitely trying to, they have their own use cases, right? Like they're either like aiming towards specific audiences or they're trying to like answer a specific question or, so I don't think there's like, the best Viz book or something. So I appreciate you asking what my favorite is. Yeah, out of the very few that I've finished, Alberto's is my favorite. Hello, near the says I still see the YouTube copies. Yeah, thank you so much for always catching up on those. Um, and I see you leaving replies sometimes, and I am very, very grateful that you do. Apologize if I don't necessarily always, I'm not always able to respond to all of them. I try my best. um, Official date is on the 17th, but we can vote from the 3rd at a limited number of places. Oh, so you have early voting too. Um, and hello to Mash Fedorova. Ooh, hello. Um, Thank you for joining the chat. Uh, okay, so the weekend was just yesterday. I'm like literally still trying to wake up. I didn't get much sleep last night, but I'm just too excited. So, hope everybody had a great weekend. And I guess let's get started today. Okay, so let me explain a little bit of what happened. I also want to get started a little bit earlier in the code or today, because usually I ramble for like a lot longer, but I wanted to get started a little bit earlier today because I wanted to make sure I asked Ian all of the questions about what they did yesterday before he has to go. I know that he's tuned in right now. So let me get going with that. So actually, this is not the right. So let's start here. Actually, I think Ian just tweeted. He just tweeted this, which was a really great recap of what they did last night. So I think, well, this part was quite exciting, where he hooked up the different demographics from Census API and then hooked that up. So this is a parallel coordinates, and what happens is each of these horizontal rows is essentially a demographic, or you can think of it as like a if you have a table, it's your column, and then with parallel coordinates, you can brush over like a certain area to filter by, like, let's say, for example, here he filtered down by counties that have what looks like between 4,000 to 750,000 Black or African American people. And then you can brush like multiple different columns. So it's like a very parallel coordinates is like really, I think they're really exciting from like a not from one from a like multi filter kind of thing. And also I think sometimes if you're able to you can like potentially see patterns with the way that the lines, and each line represents a county, like you can see potentially like patterns in how the lines move. I think this particular data set just has too many lines for us to really be able to see. But I mean, like, for example, it's still like a very interesting that like it does seem to like follow a certain pattern. So yeah. And then he hooked that filter up to this map of America, and then these are the counties that got filtered down. So yeah, and then the part that I want to explore today is this data set project. So EJ, oh yeah, like I mentioned earlier, they pulled in a bunch of election data into dataset project. And so I believe that is, so this is where they started with the county level data. And actually, I think the one that I'm interested in is the census demographics. Although the cumulative COVID-19 cases is potentially interesting. I'm not sure if I want to use that as like a dimension in the data exploration, just because like I'm like not 100% sure about the methodology of how COVID-19 cases are being like reported and counted. So I'm like still not 100% sure about how much I trust the numbers. Like how I'm still not 100% on whether the numbers are less than are I just think that the numbers might still be less than the actual. So yeah, but I think that's a like I just need to go and verify. So I think Census API, American Community Survey, and the things that I'm interested in is actually these are all really great. And then so these are all the different fields that so Ian, just to make sure, these are the fields that you've selected. Ooh, yes. Ian says, happy to help. Thank you. Yes, I have. And then what happened was, so the link that Ian just sent, the notebook that uses dataset. So this one currently, I believe, pulls in the data. I think if I remember correctly, it's that Ian has the files attached. Yeah. So there's the census data attached here. And then what EJ went and did is this. Ooh, yeah. So the fields that Ian selected are a small subset of the overall available ones from the API. And actually, I wonder, all the available fields are here. I didn't actually even know that the census data had an API. So that was one like really new thing one new thing that I learned. So then what EJ did was set up this like Heroku instance with the election data. And this is, I think, really exciting. And so, for example, you can, actually, this is the demographics. Did you figure out what you were saying with the data set giving you limiting to just only 100 rows? Like, did you figure that out? So Ian says the county notebook pulls data directly from the census API, which can be slower. And then I saved it as a file attachment, as you mentioned. Got it. Okay. So that means somewhere in here. Oh no, something is unhappy. I wonder if this is the thing that's making my computer unhappy. Wow, that is a lot. I don't know if you can see, but the tiny little scroll. That is wow. Right. That is exciting. Wow. What says estimate? That makes sense. Oh man, this is hurting my eyes. Oh my god, look at how much I scrolled and we're only still up here. Holy crap. Wow. I wonder how this is all organized. Oh my god, the flashing is hurting my eyes. I'm sorry for everyone watching too. This label, name, attributes. Ah. So mega fight. Oh gosh, mega fuse. Mega fuse. Sorry for butchering your handle. Says, I'm starting a dataviz job next Monday. Please upload your entire brain post tastings. That's so exciting. Congratulations. Do you mind sharing with us where you're starting a dataviz job? I've been out of, I'm glad I got it exactly. Mega Fies. Super exciting. Yeah, I've been out of the job market for like 4 years. So I don't even know what like the dataviz um you know, like what full-time data visualization looks like at a company anymore. So like it's really exciting that you mentioned that because I would like, I'd love to know what which company oh awesome. Local university in Trondheim, Norway. They have nobody doing database, but a huge demand from researchers. That makes a lot of sense. I feel like I've okay, so this is my I don't know anything version of database history. And the impression I have is like, I feel like, um, yeah, literally, this is my I don't know, and this is my guess on database history, which is I get the impression that I feel like a lot of visualization started because of like science visualization. Um, so yeah, I guess science and like a lot of, well, I guess a lot of things started with maps. And then, and then I guess a lot of what Menard did was like economics. Um, so yeah, like it makes a lot of sense to me that like academic researchers would want dataviz help. That's really exciting. It's really exciting to like also hear about like how dataviz is in other countries also. But uh to be honest, I love your entire brain post taste. Because right now, I feel like there's nothing in my brain right now because I just don't do well with mornings. Ian says about the database query limit says EJ up the limit. Do you remember, Ian, how much EJ upped it to the limit? And then Ian says, I pass a size parameter with the query request so we can get all the counties back. Oh, got it. Okay, so it's like well above like the number of all the counties. That's great to know. Yeah, so I'm overwhelmed. So this is the census data API. And this is only 2018. I am overwhelmed. I'm just gonna trust the subset that Ian got. I wonder what else I jotted down. Because it was, actually, I think it was basically everything that Ian got. Because what I jotted down was age. I guess I guess there isn't age. So maybe like I can actually go, well, I'll do that later. Or because I jotted down age, gender, race, and income, and I guess maybe education. But this one has gender, race, and then this is really interesting. The index of inequality. So I wonder. I was really curious about this when you were streaming, Ian. Especially of like how it's defined. The Gini index of income inequality. Oh, a measure of the distribution of income across a population. Higher Gini index indicates greater inequality, with high-income individuals receiving much larger percentage of the total income of the population. Ooh, that is super interesting. Thank you for grabbing that, Ian. And this is the per capita income in the last 12 months by race, which is also very, very interesting, potentially very relevant. So I guess the only thing is, yeah, I'll maybe go later on and get the age. Wow, look at, like, even like by age, there's so many. Wow. I was just like, I want to know the breakdown by age, and now it's, wow, it is intense. All right, I feel like I'm going down a rabbit hole, so I'm going to stop looking at the census API. Like, my computer is struggling, just whoa. Oh my God. Okay, that was probably too small for y'all to see, but like that was some crazy there's age everywhere. That was some crazy like animation of it filtering down the number of instances that says age, which is apparently 12,000. So I don't think I'm gonna get anywhere just doing a search for age. If you can, I don't know if you can see the side. Actually, you probably can't see the side. But this is all of the places that in this document that says age apparently. So I'm gonna stop looking at the census API, and because it's gonna be a rabbit hole. Anyways, so this is great because I don't have to look up the census API. And then I think the exciting thing is, actually, I think for this one, I probably just want the whole. Then this is basically. Actually, is this for? Oh, this is only for 2018. So then I still want like 2016 and 2014. So for the time being, I think I'm going to be pulling from here. I'm probably going to be importing in Ian's. Yeah, I'm probably going to be importing this in these data sets. And then the other thing that I really want is this. Oh wait, no, not this. The presidential elections by county from 2000 to 2016, and I want 2012 and then 2016. So I'll probably be doing two separate calls to this. So exciting. And then actually, I feel like I can also view and edit sequence. Because I feel like I can just ask for a subset of these columns. Yeah. Oh, Ian says, I think it's limited to 4K in terms of rows that this database gives back. I guess that makes sense. Here, make it a little bit bigger. Fractal Keen Dream says, welcome back to the chat. Fractal Keen Dream says, I am a molecular biologist turned data analyst. There's a lot of overlap between the two roles, especially when it comes to communicating data. Having data visualization skills is key to getting your scientific research out there. Having access to a database expert like Mega Fies is super helpful for a bench scientist struggling to tell a story about their work. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense because data visualization is basically all about communication. So, super exciting. Yeah. Okay, so let's get into this. Megafuse, what kind of research are you helping with? It says, I'll live and breathe research dissemination for the foreseeable future. I'm not deserving of the expert title yet, but I hope to get there soon. Yeah, I wish you best of luck. Okay, so let's get into this. I updated. Oh, actually, I feel like I think Ian, you did I see that you sent me a suggestion? Was it a suggestion for this notebook? So I really want to know how to find suggestions. Oh, there we go. Suggestions. Okay. Wow, there's a lot pending. Okay. Wow. This is the first time I've seen the suggestion tab. I'm sorry. Okay. Oh, this is the other one. Huh. Confused. What is this suggestion for? Don't filter out counties missing a year of data. Instead, add what we do have. Ah. Wait. Because what does that? Wait, so don't, I see what you're doing, Ian. So previously what I was doing was I basically said if there's no, if a county doesn't have all 3 years of data or all 4 years of data, then don't remember that county. But Ian's saying like don't do that, still remember the county, just like don't include the counties that sorry, just include the county but just don't include the data for that year. Yeah, that makes sense. Although I do wonder, there's only supposed to be 3,000 something counties, at least according to Google. It's like 3,400 or something. So I do wonder why I have 6,000 counties. And I wonder if there's like, if there are territories. Like, yeah, I wonder why I have 6,000. Because when I Googled the other day, yeah, 3,100 counties. Although I wonder if that's because of counties changing over the years. I'm not sure. I'm very confused as to why there's 6,400 of them. But I will merge this because it makes a lot of sense. Oh, I see. Ian says that the Eve's data set that I'm currently using has townships too. I see. Interesting. Huh. What is township defined as? A video game. Alright. What is like township versus county? Settlements too small or scattered to be considered urban. I see. So, but what's the difference between that versus a county? Interesting. Huh. This is like such an aside, but I really need new glasses. Because they're like, I didn't realize this when I first got it, but like they're really heavy So then it's like been giving me like a lot of nasal pressure. This is like not something I would have ever expected when I was choosing glasses. Anyways, okay. So township. I see. Oh, hello! Hi, EJ. Welcome to the stream. I think Eve's data for Wisconsin is sent in townships. Wisconsin has a state BIPS code of 55. If you want to just filter to that state and look more closely and see what it gets back. Ooh, thank you. Actually, I think I'm going to reshare. And then what I'm going to do is, I think I saw filter by Alabama. So I'm going to say Wisconsin. So, in all caps. Whoa, 1850. Wow. City of Abbotsford, multiple counties. Wow. It all says city or town. Huh. Ah, yes. So hopefully Alamander, hopefully this is big enough of font size. I like went and zoomed in as much as possible. Megaphia says, I'll be working centrally at the university, so I hope to be working all over the university, from environmental research to medical and social studies. Ooh, low-hanging fruits at first, but I'll try to make the case that the university needs a whole center for dataviz services so we can take on more advanced involved in artful cases. That's awesome. Yeah, lightness is super important. Always pay the premium. Like, I don't like the style of the lighter glasses. This is like style over comfort is apparently this choice over here. Well, it's not even I chose style over comfort. It's more just I didn't realize that it was going to affect my comfort. So I guess this might be like the heaviest glasses I have ever chosen, I guess. EJ says, from my notes on Eve's data, states with data aggregated by township. Connecticut, Maine, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Rhode Island, Vermont, and Wisconsin. Wow. Yeah, thank you for answering, Megapias. Clip T9M is JavaScript. You can make some small helium balloons on the side of my glasses. That's actually, EJ, that's actually quite a few states that use townships. I guess the follow-up question I have is there any potential complications or conflicts if I, use counties for certain states and then essentially townships for other states? Like, because then would that run into a problem of it no longer being a one-to-one comparison, because either their population sizes are, I guess it's always, the population size is always going to be different, but I guess, is there any sort of like gotchas for comparing across states where some states are using counties and some states are using townships? EJ says, I think that's the same problem with any chloropleth. You mean any chloropleth because show maps with townships for New England and counties for the rest of the country at NBC for election results. Oh, interesting. Oh, yeah, you're right. It's like a lot of New England. Actually, everybody except for Wisconsin is New England. Huh. Do you know why that is? That they send it in as townships instead of counties? I guess, like, is that a big enough problem? Is it a problem? Because it sounds like it is a very known thing. I didn't know this. It shows how much I know about like maps. But like it seems like it's a very known and accepted thing if you like did that even at NBC. Weird political stuff, lol. I think it's because they count the votes at the precincts instead of the county center. I see. So yeah, I guess the question is like, is this something that merits like a disclaimer or like, you know, like a like it obviously it's some like I'm guessing it's something that we want to point out in the methodology, so I'm gonna write that down. But like, is that something that's like worthy enough to have like a note near the chart? And Clip T9M, I do not use Tableau, mainly because I am a I shouldn't say broke freelance. I'm just independent, and Tableau is, sorry, I'm not broke. I shouldn't say that. No, Tableau is just really expensive as an individual, not at a corporation. So I never, and the places that I worked at before never used Tableau, so I've just never had a chance to use it. Okay, so interesting. Okay. For eaves, like that means that for these states, I actually will have a hard time. So my original thought was that the eaves data. So this is the eaves data that I'm currently looking at with like the number of registered voters and like all of these different election data. And so originally I was thinking of like cross-referencing eaves data, like merging eaves data with like demographic data, but the demographic data is in counties, which means that I actually can't join eaves data with counties data for some of these states. Mainly, actually, this is really important for me to like jot down. Thank you for sharing that, EJ. I'm going to put that somewhere as a note. Where should I put that? Okay. So, each data gives. That's such an interesting. Ooh, I feel like that's something you should include in your things that I've learned about elections blog post, EJ. Unless you already have that. Eaves data gives. I'm gonna just do this. Let's see. Ooh, I see. I'm getting distracted by formatting. I'm like slowly. This is silly. I didn't need to do this. All right. Cool. It's okay, EJ. That was something that was like totally unnecessary that I went and just did. Data science random world, we at least have universal standardization. But that's actually so interesting. So essentially, some states report for eaves. Some states report township instead of county because they count the votes at the precinct level at county centers. So interesting. I think Ian, you sent just the straight observable link. Oh no. Okay. What? Okay, there we go. Did I write that down just now? Eves. So I'll at least include in the methodology that some states are townships cannot join demographic data? Because I'm guessing that the census doesn't have the demographic data at like the township level. Right. Okay. Okay, let's get going with this. So what I've done since last Friday is so a little bit of kind of context on everybody that's joined that maybe haven't had a chance to join in previous streams, because this is a different time than when I usually stream. I usually stream Wednesdays and Fridays, 10:30 a.m. So this project is we're looking at voter access and voter suppression in the upcoming US election. And so I've kind of like divided that up into 4 big themes. And right now I'm exploring data for voter registration. And last Friday, we looked at percent voters removed because of this category called failure to respond. And what failure to respond is identified as is, or defined as, is when a jurisdiction sends out notifications to their registered voters because they think they've either moved away. So the jurisdiction thinks that the voter has moved away or did not, vote in the last election. So, yeah. So, and then if the voter does not respond to that notification or has not voted in, I think, the last 2 elections, then they are removed. That voter is removed with this category of failure to respond. And the reason why we're interested in this one is because one of the ways that some counties or some jurisdictions have malpractice is that they've removed voters with incorrect data. So they've removed voters that are like active, and then those voters show up at the polling station and then find out that they can't vote, and then they get categorized as like provisional votes, I think. Provisional. And this is everything I've learned in the last 2 or 3 weeks. So I am like definitely not an expert in this. I've just been reading a lot. I think they're called provisional. Provisional ballots. Yeah, they cast a provisional ballot. Yeah, so I think that's the thing. So Megafias asked if they're removed because they don't mail form back. So I don't know if they define it in that much detail. So actually, if I can confirm this. So 2020 election voting survey instruments, I believe if I look at failed to respond, yeah, it just says failure to respond to notice sent, and then here, this is really small. Failure to respond to notice sent is that column, and there's another column that's basically notifications. Hold on, I have like so many different. So this particular data set has like 400 columns or something, and I've like printed out all of the keys and then made notes on them. So that's what I'm trying to find right now. That's a great question though. Notifications. Where are your notifications? Oh yeah, notifications. They have received confirming, received invalidating, which means that they so they receive confirming means that they confirm that confirm the registration. Received invalidating means that they confirmed registration should be invalidated. That makes sense. And then and then return undeliverable. So like the mail didn't get to the person, or status unknown is didn't receive confirmation or undeliverable notice. So there's the return undeliverable and status unknown that I'm guessing is what like goes under the failure to respond, but it doesn't go into that detail. It literally just says failure to respond to notice sent. So I'm guessing it falls under status unknown. Yeah. I don't know if this failure to respond to notice sent is a combination of return undeliverable and status unknown, or just status unknown. Great question though. I feel like that's something to like pay attention to too. No, I think I read somewhere that homeless people have a way to receive the mail too. But please don't quote me on that, because I think I read that somewhere in just like one sentence. Okay. So, and then what we did here was, yeah, actually, let's see. I'll make this even shorter so that they're easy to look at in one screen. So, this is the percent of voters removed because of failure to respond. And then this is the number of votes removed because of failure to respond. And so you can see, and then I also hooked this up where you can toggle different years, the elections for different years. And I think 2014 is particularly interesting. But yeah, so it seems like Wyoming, but they didn't actually send. It's like almost all of their voters removed was because of failure to respond. And Idaho, South Dakota. So now, and then this is across all years. So again, Wyoming, Guam, Idaho, Hawaii, DC is those with some of the highest percentages. And so what I want to do now is kind of potentially color all of this by, first, I think I want to do it by how they voted in the last election. So EJ has a great answer. It says, not really homeless people. There are a lot of reasons people might not respond. They might not check their mail. It might get lost. They might forget about it or might not understand its implications. They might forget to mail it back. They might mail it back, but not within the time limit, etc. Yeah, these are great examples. Honestly, I'm one of those like really bad at checking mail sort of people. So I just checked my voter registration and I'm active, so I'm glad. But I can totally see myself potentially being one of those failure to respond because I'm really bad at going through my mail, because we just get so much junk mail these days. Megafia says, yeah, even just demanding that people mail something is a tall order. Yeah, I agree. EJ says you might have, and that one is also hard too. You might have moved and not forwarded your mail. Person at your old address might forget to give it back to the postal carrier, etc. Hello to Edgar Huber. Welcome back. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're going to pull in the demographics data. Yes, that is what we're going to do. So let's do that. This one. Ooh, no. Ooh. No, that's not what I want. Okay, there we go. Okay, so EJ, I feel like you've mentioned wow. EJ, you've mentioned that you have a cleaned up version, but that cleaned up version of this data set is only for 2018, right? So I think I'm looking for 2012 and 2016. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna go and ooh, interesting. Other total votes. So interesting to look at total votes too. Okay, so I think what I want is the row ID the same as FIPS. I can't confirm this. No. So it is a unique ID. So FIPS, FIPS is here. Oh no. So it seems like, huh. Oh, that's because is my FIPS code not lining up with, oh, Alachua County. Isn't this Alachua County? Oh no, Altoga. Make sure that my FIPS codes are lining up. It looks kind of like that the FIPS code in here is just like trimming everything. So Baldwin, you think Baldwin? Right, you know what? I'm gonna have to filter. Let me try and find Altoga. Ooh, hello! Welcome, Nerdy Curious. Thank you so much for hosting the stream today, too. Okay, so FIPS code. Oh wait, not FIPS code. Dot. Wait, I'm confused as to what's happening. What happened here? Why is there a one? Okay, I'll look into that later. Yeah, jurisdiction name. Is, let's say, it's Altoga County. Okay, let's try something else. See if I do fifths code and then trim it, would it be equal to this? No. Oh. Seems like. Well, let me do it this way. Let me find Kent County. There is no Kent County JK. Wait, GHIJK. Oh, okay. Let me try. Right, let me try. I'm not seeing the same things. Baker County. Oh, that's because these are not. Wow, this is not sorted. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. This is not sorted by. So this is not sorted by state name. That's why I was getting so confused. Okay, so I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna get the fifths. Let's go and look at how we can query this data set database. So the query is sort field. Now this is the field, right? No, this is the sort. And then this is the field, okay. And then operation. Is this operation? No, which one's operation? Okay, I can see this one's operation. Okay. So operation is options less than greater than value GT. Operation less than greater than value is greater than is it, am I reading that as value is greater than 1 million for this particular field, and then size is equal to 4,000. Okay, so let me grab this. Ooh, nice. Thank you, EJ. Go and get 2012 data. So let me do this. I think what I'm going to do is election 2012. Yeah, data. So question about how to, like, what is the query format if I want to return only specific columns from this. So like something, so basically this row, the select row, but for like the select command, but then in this query URL, do I say select is equal to, or like how does that translate over? Is a question I have for EJ and Ian. For now, I'm gonna do election data. Oh, wait, no, I think I see it. So selection plus row ID is equal to all of those. So actually, my guess is that I can just, yeah, so I can just copy the rest of this over here. Yeah, perfect. So I can basically, I think I can basically, yeah, build the query here and then copy the JSON URL. That sounds good. And then 0. Okay, so then I think what I can do is I don't want row ID. I don't care about the year. And because this one should be, yeah, 2012 election. And I think I don't even, for now, I'll just get the FIPS. And it should all be for the office of president. I'm not gonna care about the candidate because I just want the party. Candidate votes, total votes. I wonder what this version, is this like when this information was updated, this version? So I'm gonna also take out version for now. And then run SQL. Perfect. And then, so yeah. I don't think I need to order by row ID. And I want a bigger limit. I want a, say 4,000 limit also. Oops. Ooh. Okay, yeah, I think this is the query that I want. Oh, duh. So now I have to do, yeah, d3.json. To get the data. Unexpected. Okay. Okay, so I think I formatted something incorrectly. Demographics data 2018.json. And then, do I do, oh, run, election data. Okay. So I think I do election data slash, is that, so, okay. So on the dataset page, I need to do this data as JSON. Whoa, cool. Thank you, EJ. Actually, I can do this as, this is totally fine as CSV. I prefer CSV actually. Smaller load. And CSV. Perfect. Actually, is 4,000 not enough? Can I do more? Oh, size is equal to max. I feel like that means that there's even more. And you know what? I'm gonna take out the where the parties are, like not the two major parties, just so I can save on some more rows. So, ooh, okay. Whoa. How do I add another? Okay, so show. Okay, where ear is equal to that. How do I be like, I don't know how to do SQL actually. Or it's not that I don't know, it's been a very long time. Okay, so I want to also do where party is not equal to nothing. Not MN. I do not do deep learning. Yeah, so EJ's point about like how voter turnout is defined is really interesting. Depends on who is doing the analysis. A lot of people will determine turnout as registered voters. Minus votes cast or registered voters or votes cast. Well, registered voters and votes cast are different, right? So if those voters' registration are removed, they won't be counted. Other places count turnout as percentage of eligible voters, which is a much larger percentage. They wouldn't be removed from that. Ooh. Thank you, Ian. Thank you for saving my abysmal sequel. Party in. I guess I'll do that. Where party and where party is. Actually, I think either way is fine. And SQL. Ooh, okay. That's not either where. Ooh, yes. Thank you for both of your help. All right, now I can do this. If I get updated, perfect. Really, does this mean that there's more than 4,000 like rows? If it's like cutting off perfectly at 4,000, that feels like there might be more. Okay, but let's say, let's go and format this to what we need. So, oh yeah, that makes sense. So if it's 2 rows per county, that totally makes sense. Then it should be 6,000 something. Return, let's see, map through all of them. And so for each, oh, actually, I feel like I can even just do only one of them. Because then if you have, oh wait, no, I can't do that because there is a third party. I was going to be like, I can just subtract total votes from the other one, but no. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to group everything by, okay, so let's write this down. So to clean data, let's group each FIPS code by, then we're going to see, then record party with more votes. Yeah. And then, do I for now care about exactly the numbers? Yeah, let's record that anyways. Okay, so what I'm going to do is get the data first, group by FIPS. And then map. So let's call this parties and the FIPS. EJ, what should the limit be? 10,000? Okay, so within that, let's go and get actually, it seems like it's in the, can we always assume that it's going to be, you know what, no, let's just be extra certain which party we're dealing with. So, let's see, party is, party is equal to Democrat. I always get uncomfortable like hard coding things like this, but because we're not trying to write pretty code, so it's just for data exploration, so hopefully that's okay. It's like a part of me that's like, I spent years as a software engineer and I'm like, don't hard code things, but no, it's okay. Hard code things for now. Okay, and then return so for FIPS, so you know what, I'm going to call it the same as my Eves data, and I'm going to rename the FIPS to FIPS code, and then I'm going to do the padding that EJ suggested. It's great, so that both sets of data will have FIPS code as, yeah, have the same format for the FIPS code. Then I want to say party one. So actually, I'm just going to call it party, and then let's say dem dot candidate votes. Okay, so it's called candidate votes. I wonder if I could do it this way. Dem votes is candidate votes and then plus. So basically what I'm saying is just get the, okay, so I can't do a plus. All right. So what I wanted to do was like basically get the candidate votes out of this object, the Democrat object, and then turn it into an integer. But that's apparently something I'm not allowed to do. So Republican votes is, yeah, get the candidate votes out of that, and then actually also let's get the total votes out of there. Total votes. So then if plus dem votes is greater than Republican votes, oh, integer of is equal to, or then I want it to be, I'm just gonna make this super simple, like that, and then remember the dem votes, rep votes, and then total votes. I'm gonna rename this to total votes because I camel case. Let's see. So I'm not. Oh, it's the other way around. Okay, got it. All right. So actually, can I do? Yeah, dem votes. So I'm just reassigning the variables that I'm getting out of the objects. Oh, also I need to turn these into, okay, so I need to turn these into integers. Can I really not do something like this? Lols. The answer is no. Can I do this? Yeah? No. Alright. Why am I doing it this way? I'm just gonna do let them votes equal to plus them votes rep votes equal to plus rep votes, so I can get them into integers. Now I can do, alright. Oh, and total votes. Yeah. Total votes is equal to plus total votes. I feel like that's so inefficient. But okay. Oh. So actually, I need to do the same thing here. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna... Alright, so I need to do this FIPS padding. So you can see FIPS code here is now 5 characters, but then in the Eves dataset, it's still not. I wonder why the Eves dataset has these like trailing zeros. Whoa, Twitch has threading. Oh, hello, Gilliam. Thanks for joining us today. I would say that for data wrangling, I just use Lodash because I like the chaining. I feel like in JavaScript, it's as of right now the best thing I've personally tried, but also I don't. Oh, actually, oh no, my my headphones are running out of battery. Actually, okay, so which might mean that I have to. Which headphone just ran out of battery? Whoa, okay. I'm gonna put my right headphone back into charge. Alright, so for now, there's only one headphone. Although that might mean that my case is almost out of battery too. Let's see. Uh-oh, did the other one go too? Wait, data wrangling. So Pranav shared this with me the other day. So this is for query processing and transformation of array-backed data tables. So that sounds very promising and might be a lot better for data wrangling. I've been meaning to check it out, but I haven't had the chance to yet. But yeah, this might actually make things a lot easier. I'm not quite sure yet. But it's called Arquero, and it's by the same UW Interactive Data Lab as the people behind Vega and Vega Lite, which is what I use for charts. For charting, so like for data exploration and charting. Okay, so I think we now have the election data in a place that I like. Ooh, hello, Saber True. Hi. How goes it? Things are going pretty well. We are processing election data, and in particular, the votes cast for the 2012 election. And then right now, I'm gonna go and get the 2016 election too. But before I do that, I'm gonna go and put this in a different. Actually, I wonder if I want to be putting this into my election data cleaning notebook. I'm probably going to do that later, but for now, for the ease, I'm going to put it here. So I'm going to call this process presidential election. And then that's going to be pass in the data, return. Oh no, what if my headphones run out of battery and then I don't have a mic or headphones? No, I have a podcasting mic, so maybe that's what we switch over to. Alright, so then now you can just do and then data. That should be the same thing. And then now I'm going to get the 2016 election. Actually, let me also pull this out into a separate query. So election query. So I only have to change this one thing. And then here I'm going to say year. Oh no, year. Where's the 2012? And year is not null and year. What is plus 3D percent 3D%? Okay, so I'm pretty sure this is the P0. What's percent 3D? And if you escape, how do I? Ooh, is percent 3D? Ah, it's an equal sign. Okay, so can I potentially do something like this? Ooh, hello! Welcome! Thanks for joining AO Allen AO Allen YT. Welcome in. We are actually working with election data right now. I'm currently trying to turn this into a function. So let us put in the year here. I just realized, why don't I just put all of this into that same function? All right, so I'm silly. So let's just bring in year here, and then d3. So return d3.csv, and then year. So process that data. And that way, let's call this something else. Get election for year. And then now, theoretically, we can do 2016 here, and then also 2012. Cool. All right. So, oh, that worked! Yay! Just to make sure, where's network? There we go. Let's do beacon events. Whoa, what are beacon events? All right, that's not what I was expecting, but I have hope that this is 2012 and 2016, and that query went through correctly. Yes, it did. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to then join these two data sets with the Eves data set. Okay. So actually, in the Eves data set, what I need to do is make sure that the see. Make sure that the FIPS code. Whoa. Why does the FIPS code look like that? Oh, because these are townships. Okay. I need to make sure that the FIPS code is formatted the way that I expected. Here's file, file, keys, and keys that for each if key, if the key has a pipe, okay, and then let's say else if the key is FIPS. I don't know if this is a good place to do this, but oh well. Then I want to pad it. Cannot read. Oops. Okay. So I just want to make sure that the FIPS code is formatted the same way across the EVES dataset and the election results dataset. And there's several places that I can do this. So the way that this has been structured is I pull the data from a Google Sheet and then I group all of them. So I pulled 3 years worth of EVES data from the Google Sheets, and then I group them by FIPS code, and then Ian has gone in and exported that into a CSV so that it can be cached, and then what I'm using in the other notebook, this data exploration notebook, is the cached file. And so I think this is the most optimal / laziest way where I format the FIPS code when we read in the cached file. So I'm wondering why that is happening, where it's telling me it cannot read toString of undefined. So let's see what it's actually seeing. Whoa. Right. Give me the console. Object. Why is the object? Oh, silly. Okay. Then it's D. Okay, what I want is D. Yes, what I want is D. Hello, near this says FIPS code should be in ASCII, as some codes start with zeros in ASCII. Really? No. ASCII. Really? Wait, okay, hold on. Oh, got it. Wait, it didn't change anything. .pad start. Wait, hold on. .pad start. .pad start JavaScript. Alright, let's see what pad start actually does. Target length, yeah. Current string with another string, but then it doesn't trim. So what actually I want is I only want the first 5. So I want it to, oh, what is that? String, I only want the first 5 slice, yeah. Dot slice. Dot slice, begin index and an end 5. It doesn't modify. It doesn't modify the original string. Does that mean I want splice? Substring. Thank you, Gilliam. Second power must be string like this. 0? What? Ajax COs. Substring. Yeah, that makes so much more sense. Yeah, so I want 0 to 3. It actually changes. Yeah, okay. So string, dot string, substring, and I want from 0 to 5. See if that works. Perfect. Yeah, I think this is the right thing. Wait, actually, let's see. Let me Fips. Yeah, okay, now we got it. Okay, now it's gonna be, now we're good. All right, so now we can join. Yeah, these are definitely things that like we can do much easier with just a database in SQL. But yeah, this is not something that I should be doing on the client side. Oh, using TypeScript. I don't do TypeScript. Sorry, when I say I don't do TypeScript, I just mean I haven't worked with it in a very long time. People talk about it a lot though. I feel like before TypeScript, I should learn like SQL better. Okay, so now I should be able to reload that data, and then I can join. Oh no, laptop, you can do it. Alright, I'm gonna reload. And then, perfect. Alright, so now I'm gonna join. And then I'm gonna join them because for now, I'm going to just join. I don't think I care about the number of votes for now, so I'm gonna join them. When I join the 2 data sets, I only care about if it's Democrat or Republican. So that's what I want to. Yeah, so then I want to color. I know that would be fun. I want to color each of these by Democrat or Republican. So, do I want to put it in here? Yeah, let's do that. Let's do. Yeah, let's put that information into by county for now. Or do I want to join everything up here? All right, let's do it. And let's call it. I'm so bad with names. I'm gonna call it. Eves with election president. The thing that I get the most stuck on, variables, variable names. All right, let's not get so hung up on that for now. Let's just data set one. Oh no, the other one. My other headphones have gone down. Oh no. All right. Forgot to recharge. Oh no. All right. It might just be that we get limit, like the limit of the stream is like when my headphones run out. Um. Hmm. Let's see. All right. So what I want to do is get cost election. Ooh, 2012 election, and so let me think this through. Yeah, so what I want to do is so I don't know how to deal with the fact that there's no data for 2014 election, or the midterm in 2014. So what I want to do is okay. So this is the ratio, and then let's get the party, that one, and for the FIPS code, yes. So what I'm going to do is election, and then whatever the year is, -2, because we want to compare the fail to respond to the the Eve's data set to the previous election result, because presumably like what we're interested in is like how the jurisdiction reacted to the previous election result. At least that's how I'm thinking about it. I think it's interesting to look at both what happened the previous election and then also what happened. Both are interesting. Fun. Um, it's almost been 2 hours, Gilliam. Year over year changes. Do you mean year over year for the presidential, like for which party has won, or so party one? Let's do it this way for now. Won in previous election, because I think the party one for this for the Eve's data set for the election year is also interesting, because that means what the jurisdiction did for that particular election in terms of registration and stuff, and then like how did it affect this election. So actually both is interesting. Both is very interesting. Um, but for now I'll only do the previous one. And I think there's, and then maybe, Gilliam, this is what you mean, the year over year changes. So then actually, maybe it's also how did this potentially affect which party won? So that's the year over year. So that's also interesting. let's concentrate on just the previous election one for now. And then so find the same, oops, dot FIPS code is the FIPS code, and then if there is a party, because we don't have a party for 2014, then remember it as that year's party. Oops. Party at party. Actually sounds much more fun than it actually is. 2014, no, that didn't go through. Why didn't you go through? Does that mean, did I do it wrong? Oh, wait. Yeah, I did do that wrong. Okay, so that's just a string. I'm trying to find the variable. Is there a in observable? Is there like a global, like how do I, is there like a global variable object? I'm gonna do it this way for now. This is a hack. Oh no, what's the infinite loop? Why is there an infinite loop? What is making you so angry? Undefined. Oh, that would be why. That would be why it's crashing. Okay. An extra elections key. Do I have an elections key? Okay, I'm gonna call this elections data then. Ah, all right. I'm gonna put a debugger here. Oh my God, you're right. Thank you. Silly. Thank you, Ian. All right. Please don't get mad at me. Yeah. Except it's still not called it elections data. Yeah, there's elections data. 2012 and 2016. So why are you not happy with me? Okay, debugger. Yeah, I renamed it to elections data because I was like, did I use elections somewhere? Oh no. I feel like maybe this is, I can rename it to elections by year, but this is the time of the stream where it almost seems like observable is like, go take a break. Because that looks correct. I don't know why All right, let's try it this way then. Why are you doing that? All right, exit. Okay, so laptop, what are you so upset over now? All right, so we got that. FIPS code. All right. Are you party? Why is party undefined? D.FIPS code is equal to FIPS code. What's the FIPS code? Yeah, and then, oh my god. And then why can't you find anything? Why are you being that way? Why aren't you? Why is party undefined? Okay. Heavy sigh. Huh. Well, even if it were missing some, I think I'm just, it seems like it's just undefined. So this is, no, we should have this. We should have this county. Like we know we have this county. Oh, so actually, okay, so I think this is, I think I'm gonna end it around here. And what I need to look at is, I think the reason why, yeah, so let me refresh the, let me go and get the data from dataset again. But I think the thing is that the FIPS code isn't lining up, and that's why we're having problems. So this should be the same county as the Tolga. But then in one, like the direction in which the place in which we're putting the 0 is different. And actually, I'm a little bit surprised as to, because I'm surprised as to why for this one we put the padding up here, because the padding should be back here. I'm pretty certain that the eaves data is the one that has the right FIPS code. And when I went and formatted the FIPS code for the election data, like I'm pretty sure this 0 is supposed to be back here. And that's why it's not lining up, because the FIPS code hasn't been formatted the same way. So let's go and fix that. Well, the FIPS codes aren't lining up. So yeah, because for example, this one I remember is Altolga County FIPS code. Oh no, so this is the right one. So the election, the one, how we formatted the election one is the right FIPS code, which means, interestingly, that the eaves data isn't giving back the correctly formatted FIPS code. So let's try that. Yeah, so the what? That's so interesting. So here where I say get the substring, when so it's interesting because it seems like we're supposed to, okay, I'm gonna try this where I take out all the zeros um after. So I only get from 0 to index 4. Yeah, substring 0 to 4. And then dot pad, is it pad start? Pad start? Yeah, pad start 50. Ah, that makes sense. So make sure that it is length 5, and if it's not, pad the start with a 0. So yeah, that makes sense. Let's reshare that. And let's see now. Ah. Yes, is we ran. Oh no. Did I? Oh no. Okay. So literally, I think you can't. Oh, I think you can still hear me. I'm at 2% now. So I'm gonna end this here. Actually, I'm just gonna stop talking and then we're just gonna do this. Yes, let's do this. I think it's been reshared. So now